What if I told you that the shortest cut on this list might also be the most rejuvenating? I know, just the thought of a pixie cut can feel intimidating, especially if you've worn your hair longer for years. But let me tell you something. When done right, the soft pixie is one of the most powerful age-defying styles a woman over 50 can choose. We're not talking about a harsh, edgy boy cut. This is a feminine, feathered, face-framing pixie that lifts your features and brings out your eyes, cheekbones, and natural bone structure. The magic of this haircut lies in its lightness, both visually and physically. With choppy layers, gentle volume at the crown, and side-swept bangs, the soft pixie creates movement where aging hair tends to fall flat. The best part? It actually makes thinning or fine hair look fuller because the less weight you're carrying around, the more bounce and volume you get. That means you spend less time styling, but still look polished and modern every day. This cut also draws attention upward, away from any sagging or heaviness around the jawline, and puts the spotlight right where you want it, your sparkling eyes, your radiant smile, your confidence. Now let's be clear, this style is not about looking 25. It's about reclaiming your elegance, your presence, your freedom. There's something incredibly empowering about a woman who chooses a pixie not out of necessity, but out of boldness and beauty. And styling, it couldn't be easier. A dab of texturizing cream or mousse is all you need to shape the layers. Air dried or tousled with your fingers, it looks effortless, even on busy mornings. And yes, it looks fabulous with gray or silver strands. In fact, it celebrates them. If your hair has felt dull, heavy, or tired lately, the soft pixie might be your reset button. It's playful, elegant, and refreshingly youthful, ready to make a statement with less. If the pixie feels too bold, but your current style is falling flat, let me introduce you to a cut that women over 50 swear by, the soft, layered bob. This haircut is like a quiet revolution, not too long, not too short, just perfectly in between. It frames your face, adds natural volume, and gives your entire appearance a subtle lift without looking like you're trying too hard. Why is this cut so effective? Because as we age, our hair tends to get thinner and lose its bounce. A one-length bob can feel heavy and drag your features down, but when you add soft, strategic layers, especially around the face, you create movement, lightness, and shape. That's the magic. A bob that sits between the chin and collarbone gives just enough length to feel feminine, but avoids the heaviness that comes from longer styles. And those face framing layers, they're your secret weapon. They draw the eye upward, soften any signs of sagging, and bring out the beauty of your jawline and cheekbones. The soft layered bob also works with any texture, straight, wavy, even slightly curly. It's flexible and low maintenance. You can blow it out for polish, tousle it for a lived-in look, or tuck it behind your ears for instant chic. And if you want to update it further, try adding wispy bangs or curtain fringe. Both pair beautifully with this cut. Here's the thing, this bob doesn't scream, "Look at me," but it makes people look. They notice something's different, fresher, lighter, more alive. And that's exactly the energy you want from a great haircut after 50. It's also a style that grows out gracefully, so you're not stuck in the salon every 4 weeks. Just a trim every couple of months and you're good to go. If your current hairstyle feels outdated or like it's doing nothing for your face, the soft layered bob might be the refresh you didn't know you needed. It's classic but never boring, polished but never stiff. And most importantly, it helps you feel like yourself, only better. Let's talk about a haircut that combines personality, polish, and playfulness in one elegant package, the textured French bob. This isn't your traditional stiff bob or overly layered experiment. The French bob is shorter, usually hitting around the jawline, but it's the texture that makes all the difference. Think effortless, think Paris, think lived-in elegance. The French bob gives your face instant lift and character. It frames the cheekbones, defines the jawline, and draws attention to the eyes. Three things that make a face look youthful and full of life. But unlike structured, high-maintenance cuts, this one looks better when it's slightly undone. For women over 50, this style is a game changer. Why? Because it adds shape and movement to thinning or fine hair without relying on harsh lines. It gives volume where you need it, at the sides, at the crown, but still feels light, not bulky. And styling couldn't be easier. All you need is a little mousse or texturizing spray. Let it air dry, tousle with your fingers, maybe twist a few strands for a soft bend. Done. It's low effort, high impact. What makes the French bob feel modern is its attitude. It says, I'm confident, I'm stylish, and I don't have to try too hard. That's exactly the energy that makes women look and feel younger. Want to go further? Add soft curtain bangs or delicate fringe for extra framing. These small details soften the forehead, camouflage fine lines, and add even more shape around the eyes. And yes, it looks fabulous in gray or salt and pepper tones. In fact, the contrast between bold shape and natural color is part of what makes this haircut so chic. You're not hiding age, you're elevating it. If your current style feels safe but stale, the textured French bob might be your refresh. It's short but not harsh, chic but never fussy, and it fits every occasion, brunch, business, or just being you. If you're not quite ready to go short, but your longer hair is starting to feel lifeless or heavy, the shoulder-length cut with layers might be the perfect middle ground. This is one of the most flattering, versatile haircuts for women over 50, and for good reason. It gives you movement, softness, and the freedom to style your hair in many different ways without overwhelming your face. The key is in the layers. Strategic layering around the face creates gentle lift, frames your best features, and draws the eye upward, away from any signs of sagging. It brings energy back to your look. No more flat, shapeless lengths that drag your whole vibe down. If you have fine or thinning hair, this cut adds volume and bounce without making it bulky. For thicker hair, it removes heaviness and brings lightness around the neck and jaw. Either way, it helps restore balance and dimension. And let's not forget the most underrated hero of modern hairstyles, curtain bangs. Pairing them with this cut gives a graceful transition from forehead to cheekbone, subtly hiding lines or sparse hair near the temples. Curtain bangs part gently and grow out beautifully, no awkward maintenance. Shoulder-length hair also lets you tuck it behind your ears, pull it into a low ponytail, or add waves for a more dressed-up look. It's just long enough to stay feminine and flowing, but short enough to avoid the weighed-down effect of overly long styles. This haircut doesn't shout, it whispers sophistication. Whether you're embracing your grays, enhancing with soft highlights, or letting your natural color shine, this style adapts. And best of all, it's low maintenance. You don't need weekly blowouts or complicated tools to make it work. Just a little mousse, a round brush, and maybe a Velcro roller at the crown, and you're glowing. If your hair feels like it's stuck in limbo, too long to feel light, too short to feel fun, this might be your sign. The shoulder length with layers is like a fresh breath of confidence, one snip at a time. There's a reason the lob, or long bob, never goes out of style. It's modern, flattering, and incredibly easy to personalize. But what takes it from just fine to truly facelifting? The secret lies in face framing layers. Let's be real, long, one-length hair can start to feel heavy as we age. It pulls the eye downward, accentuates sagging, and can drain energy from your whole look. But the lob with soft layers around the face changes that completely. It brings the focus back up, toward your eyes, your cheekbones, your smile. The lob typically hits around the collarbone, giving you the feeling of long hair without the weight. It's feminine, versatile, and easy to wear. And with a few light layers carved in at the right places, it becomes youthful, sculpted, and full of movement. These layers act like a soft contour for your face. They soften the jawline, blur harsh angles, and create the illusion of lift without any extreme styling required. It's subtle, but the difference it makes in photographs and real life is huge. This cut is perfect if you're transitioning from longer hair but not ready to go short. It still allows you to wear waves, ponytails, or a sleek tucked behind the ear look. And for added charm, consider curtain bangs or angled side bangs to frame the forehead gently. Another way to brighten your features and hide any thinning near the temples. It also works beautifully, whether your hair is fine or thick, straight or wavy, colored or natural. And if you're wearing your silver or gray proudly, this cut brings out those shimmering tones in the most elegant way. Another bonus. The lob grows out gracefully. You won't be running back to the salon every 3 weeks to fix anything. The shape holds well and becomes even softer over time. If you've been stuck in the just let it grow mindset, it might be time for a refresh. This isn't about going short, it's about going smart. And the lob with face framing layers is the smart woman's answer to staying stylish, lifted, and confidently youthful. Some haircuts whisper youthfulness, others make a quiet, confident statement. The French-inspired blunt bob does both, and it does it with style. This haircut is clean, strong, and striking, yet surprisingly soft when worn with the right texture. It usually hits right at or just below the jawline with a sharp, blunt edge that gives your face structure and sophistication. And don't let the word blunt fool you. This cut isn't harsh. When done right, it's like a subtle sculpting tool that lifts the face and defines your bone structure in the most flattering way. For women over 50, this is the ultimate power haircut. It's polished, modern, and radiates confidence. The sharp edge contrasts beautifully with aging skin, especially when paired with gentle waves or natural texture, softening the look while keeping it clean and intentional. What makes it French-inspired is the effortless vibe. It's not overly styled. It's not sprayed and stiff. It's the kind of haircut that moves with you, looks chic even with a little messiness, and pairs perfectly with a white button-down shirt, a bold red lip, or a simple pair of gold earrings. Want to soften it even more? Add curtain bangs or a light fringe to blend the transition from forehead to hairline. This makes the look even more adaptable and can help camouflage thinning at the temples or fine lines across the forehead without adding volume in the wrong places. This style is especially great for women with straight or fine hair because the clean edge makes your strands look healthier and thicker. But it also works for gently wavy textures. Just keep the ends smooth to hold the shape. And gray or silver hair. Stunning. The contrast between sleek lines and shimmering natural tones gives this cut an air of editorial elegance, like something you'd see in a Parisian fashion magazine, only made for real, graceful women like you. If you're tired of fussing with layers or feeling like your haircut has no purpose, the French-inspired blunt bob may be the reset you're looking for. It's not loud, but it's unforgettable. Let's be honest, many of us have a sentimental attachment to long hair. It's soft, it's feminine, and it's familiar. But as we age, long hair that's all one length can drag the face down, highlight sagging, and make us look more tired than we actually feel. Enter the solution that lets you keep your length but reclaim your lift, the long layered cut with curtain bangs. This cut is like a breath of fresh air for long hair. Instead of hanging heavy and lifeless, long layers introduce movement, bounce, and lightness. They break up the length, giving volume where you need it most, around the crown and the sides, and softness where hair tends to flatten with age. But the real magic happens when you add curtain bangs. Curtain bangs are long, soft bangs that part down the middle or slightly off-center and sweep out to the sides, framing your cheekbones and subtly covering the forehead. They add that effortless, romantic shape that draws the eyes upward, which instantly makes your face look fresher and more youthful. They also grow out gracefully, blending into the layers if you ever want to change. No awkward phase, no commitment panic. This cut works beautifully on naturally straight or slightly wavy hair, and it's ideal for women with medium to thick textures. If your hair is thinning or feels heavy and flat, the layers remove weight and restore movement. And for those with silver or blended grays, these layers reflect light and add dimension, giving your hair a vibrant, multi-tonal effect. Styling is also a breeze. Blow dry your bangs with a round brush or use a Velcro roller at the crown for volume. You don't need daily heat tools, just a good haircut and a touch of styling cream or texturizing spray. This isn't about looking 25, it's about looking awake, graceful, and naturally refreshed without sacrificing the length you love. So if you've been holding on to long hair but secretly wishing it did more for you, it's time to let go of the weight, not the length. Long layers and curtain bangs might just be your new signature. You know that feeling when your hair is too short to pull back, but too long to style quickly? That's where the collarbone length layered cut shines. It's that perfect, just right length that looks intentional, modern, and endlessly flattering, especially after 50. Why collarbone length? Because it balances beautifully between short and long. It's long enough to feel feminine, but short enough to be manageable and light. And when you add in soft, blended layers, this cut becomes the ultimate in face-lifting magic. Let's talk about what these layers do. They add dimension, shape, and movement, so your hair never just hangs. This is especially important as our hair naturally becomes finer or flatter with age. Layers bring back the illusion of volume and vitality without relying on tons of product or heat styling. Plus, this cut draws the eye up toward your jawline, cheekbones, and eyes, highlighting the areas you want to celebrate. It gently frames the face without being harsh, and it looks amazing whether you wear your hair straight, wavy, or softly curled. And here's the bonus, it works with every hair color. Whether you're embracing your natural silver, blending out old highlights, or rocking a rich brunette or warm blonde, the layers help reflect light and create a multi-tonal, youthful look. Styling is as simple or sophisticated as you want. A quick blow dry with a round brush can lift the crown. A touch of mousse brings out the bounce. Or let it air dry and twist a few strands with your fingers. It's meant to move, not sit stiff. This length also gives you freedom. Want to tuck it behind your ears? Done. Want a loose low bun or soft ponytail? Easy. Want to wear it down and flowing? It will frame your neckline without overpowering your outfit or your features. If you're tired of long hair that feels heavy or shortcuts that feel too stark, this collarbone length layered look is the perfect compromise. It says you're confident, current, and completely in control of your look. Sometimes one haircut really can do it all. There's one simple change that can refresh your entire look in under 5 minutes. And no, it's not makeup or jewelry, it's curtain bangs. Now, before you flash back to the thick, heavy bangs of the 80s, breathe. Curtain bangs are different. They're soft, part in the middle or slightly off center, and gently sweep out to frame your face like, well, elegant curtains framing a beautiful view. What makes curtain bangs so powerful, especially for women over 50, is that they're incredibly forgiving. They can soften forehead lines, conceal thinning at the temples, and most importantly, draw the eye upward, which naturally lifts the entire face. That one subtle shift, it makes a dramatic difference. Suddenly your cheekbones pop, your eyes look brighter, your jawline feels more defined. And the best part? You didn't have to go short or make a drastic change to get that effect. Curtain bangs work with medium to long hair, layered or blunt cuts, and virtually every hair texture. Whether your hair is straight, softly waved, or textured, these bangs adapt and blend effortlessly. They also grow out gracefully. Unlike blunt bangs that go through that awkward in-between phase, curtain bangs slowly become face-framing layers. So even if you're hesitant, it's a low-commitment way to try something new. Styling is a breeze. Use a round brush or Velcro roller to flick them away from your face, or just finger tousle them after a quick blow dry. They can look elegant or relaxed, polished or playful, depending on how you wear them. And if you're wearing your natural silver or gray, curtain bangs make it look intentional and modern, not grown out. They bring dimension and style right where people look first, your face. So if your hairstyle is feeling a bit blah lately, but you're not ready for a full cut, this may be your secret weapon. Curtain bangs are like the right pair of sunglasses. They frame, flatter, and elevate instantly. Let's talk about one of the most common haircut mistakes women over 50 still make, wearing their hair in one long, heavy length. We've all done it. It feels safe. It's easy to pull back, and it seems like it should be flattering, right? But here's the truth. One length hair, especially when it's long and straight, can actually make you look older. It tends to fall like a curtain, dragging the eyes downward, highlighting drooping around the jawline, and making the overall face appear longer, flatter, and more tired. And even if the hair is healthy, it can still look lifeless without shape or motion. Now, this doesn't mean you need to chop everything off. You just need to break up the blockiness. Add softness, movement, and dimension. Enter gentle layering. Even a few long blended layers around the face can completely transform your look. They create lightness, bounce, and most importantly, lift. Your haircut starts working with your features, not against them. These subtle changes can shorten the appearance of a long face, soften harsh lines, add volume without teasing or spraying, help your natural texture come to life again. The same goes for the ends. Blunt, heavy ends can make hair look weighed down and tired. Ask your stylist to soften or feather them just slightly. It will instantly modernize your entire look. And if you're going gray or salt and pepper, all one-length hair can make it feel outdated. Layers bring out dimension and shine, enhancing the natural beauty of your color instead of hiding it. Think of this not as losing length, but as reclaiming shape, movement, energy. Even a subtle internal layer or two can make your hair feel lighter and your reflection look more awake. One-length hair might feel comfortable, but it rarely does us any favors after 50. Let go of the old rules and let your hair move again. Because the most youthful thing you can wear, a haircut that lifts your features and reflects your vitality. Sometimes looking younger isn't about softness, it's about structure. A haircut that has shape, energy, attitude. That's exactly what the cropped textured bob delivers. This style lands somewhere between the ears and the jawline, with purposeful layers and movement built right in. It's short, yes, but not severe. Instead, it's full of personality. And for many women over 50, it becomes the ultimate confidence cut. Why does it work so well? Because it does what long or one-length hair often fails to do at this stage. It sculpts the face. The cropped length brings attention to your eyes, cheekbones, and jawline, giving a natural lift. And the texture, those choppy, intentional layers, creates volume and bounce, especially where fine hair often falls flat. If your hair is naturally wavy or curly, this cut brings it to life. And if it's straight, a little mousse or sea salt spray is all you need to wake it up. This cut is particularly flattering for petite frames. It elongates the neck, softening a square or angular jawline, giving volume at the crown for a mini facelift effect. Expressing creativity through gray, silver, or even pastel color. What's more, this is a style that doesn't require perfection. It looks best a little messy, a little tousled, as if you just stepped out of a gallery opening in Soho or a coffee date in Montmartre. You can also play with styling. Tuck one side behind your ear, Add a side part for asymmetry or keep it center split for balance. It evolves with you. And most of all, it's low maintenance. No rollers, no flat irons, just a good cut and a bit of styling cream. This kind of cut says something, without saying too much. If you've been feeling weighed down by long, heavy styles, or if you're ready for a hair transformation that energizes your whole look, the cropped textured bob might just be the spark you need. You know what instantly makes a woman look younger without surgery, injectables, or filters? Volume. Flat hair can age you faster than any wrinkle. It drags your face down, emphasizes tiredness, and makes everything look dull. But the right haircut, specifically a volumized, layered cut, can change everything. This style isn't about height or exaggeration. It's about strategic lift, starting at the crown, moving through the sides, and finishing at the ends in soft, airy movement. It adds structure without stiffness and fullness without heaviness. What makes this cut so iconic is its customizability. Whether your hair is short, medium, or long, this layered approach can be tailored to your texture, density, and face shape. It works with your features to lift, frame, and flatter. For thinning or fine hair, it adds the illusion of thickness. For heavy or dense hair, it removes bulk while keeping body. And for everyone, it brings back that sense of lightness, not just in the hair, but in your energy. The key is in the layering. Light layers at the crown give subtle root lift. Face framing layers soften your features. Blended layers throughout the length add movement and shine. Pair this cut with soft curtain bangs or side-swept fringe for extra shaping, especially if you want to gently cover the forehead or add volume near the temples. And the best part? It's easy to maintain. You don't need a salon blowout every week. A few Velcro rollers at the crown while you do your makeup, a round brush, or a quick root lifting spray can keep this cut looking youthful and styled with minimal effort. This isn't a trendy cut. It's a timeless strategy, one that's helped women of all ages feel brighter, lifted, and more confident the moment they look in the mirror. If your current haircut feels flat, lifeless, or like it's working against you, the volumized layered cut is your next best move. Because the right volume isn't just about looking younger, it's about feeling lifted in every way that matters.